Afternoon, y'all. Chief Prepper here. I wanted to show you something that is something my wife did. So if you look down in there, down here in Texas, we have problems with rain. All those tomatoes were good size, but we were getting ready to get a deluge of rain. So for like the last 4 or 5 years, every time there's been a rain, we would lose a number of tomatoes because they would split. So you might be like, what's the big deal? So what I just showed you are tomatoes that we picked early that were green, right? Sorry, it's dark. So the trick there is you put the tomatoes in the bag, and if you saw in there, there was a overripe banana. So that's the trick. So if you're like us down here in Texas, where we go, even if we're watering the garden, we will get a deluge of rain, and when we get that, the tomatoes will split. So pick them early, make sure they're good size, put them in a paper bag and with a overripe banana, and over time they will ripen, and then you will still be able to eat them and you won't lose them. The other thing I'm going to show you, I can't remember if I showed you already, but I planted 2 blackberry bushes and then promptly mowed over them because I forgot they were there. But this is strawberry plants. One from last year put out runners, and these are here, and they're making strawberries already. So if you have a strawberry plant that puts out runners, put the runners wherever the clump of the new plant is, over dirt. It will take root, and then over time you can snip the runner, and then the plant will be a standalone plant. So I feel bad about strawberries because I've realized that it takes a lot of strawberry plants to produce 1 container of strawberries that you get from the store. So that's just something I would keep in mind. So the hired help was back yesterday. Show you this. Hopefully the riding lawnmower, he'll come by in a little bit and put it back together, hopefully, and then it'll go from running and not steering to running and steering. So we worked on this yesterday, he and I, and got to a work stoppage point because I couldn't get that damn plate and this bolt off. So I took it to a shop I know that does work, and even with a air 1/2-inch impact wrench, you couldn't get it apart. And then we kept spraying it with penetrating oil and stuff, and then eventually a guy got it apart with a 1/2-inch electric impact wrench. So, and then put it back together, and I think I discovered what happened. So when the hired help gets here later today, he's going to put that back together. But before he does that, we're going to cut one of those nuts down in half so it's not sticking up so high, because it sticks up in the part where the belts are under the lawnmower. So I don't want them to hit and rub and break. So anyway, I'm starting to get back into the groove of things. So as I come up with information like normal, I will put out videos. Information is knowledge and power. Chief Prepper out.